Hey, Howard.
There are over 8 million drivers in the state of Illinois. With that many people on the road, accidents are bound to occur. I'm attorney Howard Ankin, and if you or someone you care about has been involved in an auto, rideshare, or trucking accident, I'm here to help.
He has your number in his phone.
Call my office for a free consultation at 312-6-million. I'm here when you need me. Injury law made personal, that's Ankin Law.
White Sox hit 8 home runs. In Arizona, they hit 8 more home runs. So 6-game road trip, 16 home runs. And James Fegan is hunting for home runs the White Sox offensive blueprint for this season?
I can answer this in 3 ways. 2 of them will be hard no's. In terms of how they view themselves, they've been like from out of the gate saying like, hey, we have some slug in our lineup, but we can't rely on that. We're not gonna probably be up there at the top of the league. And I think like in terms of what you've seen, the people who had streaks are pretty much who you rely upon. Obviously Benintendi came through, but like Vargas with his bat speed up and Colson Montgomery from, what he's been as a major leaguer up to this point, and Murakami, going insane. Like they certainly have a powerful, Everson Pereira's, obviously been a bat speed guy who's kind of playing up pretty early. They have a power part of their lineup where there is some pop to it. I don't think that's obviously it's half of the lineup right now. It's not all the lineup. So
right.
I think you're going to still see them operate where they get something going the bottom of the order in a semi-close game. There's a lot of guys that they asked to put down bunts. So I don't think it's going to define their group. 2, I would say homers kind of come and go. If you have, you can't necessarily hunt for homers as your only, even teams that do have a ton of power, you don't want to hunt for homers all the time. You always want to say, we can beat you in a lot of ways. If you mash fastballs in the first game of a series, maybe you're going to see a bunch of spin and you need to take your walks to actually get things going in the later games of the series. There's always going to be a reaction to where you can't just kind of win one way ever. I wouldn't like sum it up that way. And the third way I'd answer it is like, I think there's a little bit probably more pop than maybe you thought going into it, where it's really just like Montgomery and Murakami, and then maybe the later Montgomery are your only like kind of threats you're really seeing. Teal, showed something more like 20 homer pop. They're doing the second half when he's going good. Obviously he's hurt right now, but the way that Pereira is kind of making enough contact to be relevant and hitting the middle of the order so far, and Vargas being a big bat speed gainer over the course of from spring training on, I think it's a bit more robust group, certainly with guys you're kind of counting on than maybe we were hoping or even worried about like a week ago. So sure, that part's a little encouraging. I'd like to see Edgar Caro get on the party, given he hit double-digit home runs throughout the minors multiple times and isn't looking really in shape to turn around fastballs right now. You'd like to see, Benintendi good, and has talked about having more bat speed this year, but that was just his second home run of the season. Both came on this road trip. Maybe that's part of it as well. And, you don't have Teal immediately kind of coming back. There's a little bit of hope that he would get sent out in the middle of this road trip, and instead he would stay with the team the whole time because it's still kind of nagging him a little bit. So there's still like ways where they're not even operating like at full function in other parts of the lineup where, yeah, it feels good. It's definitely like something they haven't had before, that when these 3 or 4 guys go off, they can kind of dominate or, put up a big number or keep pace, even with a game like Wednesday. But it's not yet like that's what this offense is. And it's even going to like, it'd be great if they were in the top half of the league in home runs, but for that would be a big breakthrough for this group on basic history, on recent history. So that we're even thinking that after a stretch like that, that's good. But I don't think they're there yet where like that defines them.
With obviously Munetaka Murakami grabbing all of the headlines as he should, but with this series against Arizona, Montgomery's heating up. And I just feel like with this offense, it does hit another gear when Montgomery is on a tear. Should we prepare for a hot streak from Colson Montgomery where he can carry the offense for weeks, if not a month?
It's possible. The thing that kind of confuses me right now with him is that he's not hitting righties, really. Like a lot of his damage is coming against lefties. At 1268 OPS against lefties this year, which is something. A lot of his strikeouts, 23 strikeouts in 65 at bats. Trying to do the plate appearances real quick in my head, but it's like the strikeout rate's high against righties. The contact isn't quite there like he showed last year, or at least the kind of like the impact contact he showed against righties last year hasn't materialized with the regularity he had last year. So theoretically, if he unlocks that, then all of a sudden, like he's more than holding serve. Like he's excelling in the situations where he was supposed to be weak. So if he closes up the areas where like people thought he was okay, at the very least and very good at his very best, like all of a sudden, that's a potential monster you're talking about.